So very good morning students. So the previous class actually we finished about a related to motion on a plane. In that motion on a plane, projectiles finished. In that oblique projectile is one, and one more is horizontal projectile is another one. So we finished it, and let us will move to the in this only in projectiles only, or in a plane only, motion in a plane. Another one is there, circular motion. So the till now we discussed about a like straight line, like in a plane. If the body is moving in a straight line, then in case of a straight line we know the quantities are velocity, displacement, acceleration, and etc., force, like that we know. And whereas coming to the next one, it is related to circular motion. For this circular motion, you remember, for the circular motion cases we have other quantities. The quantities are introduced, new quantities, we can say angular quantities, because the particles are revolving. Circle in the sense is the particles are rotating about an axis. So that for these cases, let us we have other quantities are there. The quantities are related to angular quantities. See, remember, in case of a straight line or in a plane, we know the quantities like velocity, that all are related to linear velocity, acceleration, displacement, distance, force, and etc. These are all related to linear quantities. Let us will move to the next quantities. The quantities are belongs to angular quantities, because the particles are revolving in a circular orbit, circles. So what is mean by circular motion? See, actually this circular motion, again we have two types of circular motions are there. One we can say uniform circular motion, one more we can say non-uniform circular motion. Here let us will discuss about a uniform circular motion. See, for this uniform circular motion, we should know about the new quantities which are to be introduced in this circular motion. That is the first one. I'll tell you about we know displacement in linear. Like in this also we have other one, angular displacement. Simple. In front of a linear quantities, there you write a angulars, linear displacement. Like here you write a angular displacement. Velocity, in this case we can say angular velocity. Like acceleration, you write here angular acceleration. These are the new quantities, or we can say in circular motion. Before I'll tell you, suppose you take if one particle is revolving in a circular orbit. So the particle of mass is m. So that the particle initially at a position p, there it is to be, you say it is we can say origin of the circle. And here we should say one radius vector. So what is mean by radius vector? See, it is nothing but it is the particle which joining the center. See, the particle revolving in a circle, and here the particle is joining the center position. Along the line joining the center is nothing but we can call as a radius vector. Simple. We know everyone radius. So here you say radius is nothing but it is a radius vector. We can say the particle which joining the center from the position in the circle. So which we can call as a radius vector. This is the first one. It is in case of a radius vector. So that let us coming to the next one. Suppose the particle initially at a position p, and here at a time t is equal to 0, the particle is at a position p. Suppose you say if the particle is started from p, and after a time t, the particle which revolving in a anti-clockwise direction, so that the particle is reaches to somewhere else q after a time in a t. Therefore, this radius vector is making an angle theta with the radius vector, or theta. It is the angle set by the particle at the center. That is a small angle, we can say the angle which we can call as a angular displacement. So the angular displacement is nothing but a theta we can call. See, that's what here first quantity, angular displacement. See, which we can say theta, or we can say d theta. See, which is defined as angular displacement is defined as very simple. The angle set by the particle, the angle set by the particle in a circular orbit. In a particle, the revolving in a circular orbit. Therefore, this particle is a angle made at a center. The angle made by the particle at a center of the circle or with the radius vector. With the radius vector, which we can call as angular displacement, so that we know angular displacement or theta is equal to, which we can also write like here it is the arc length. Already we know this arc length. Angle is nothing but arc length by radius. You write here radius. So which we can call as the angular displacement. It is the angle made by the particle at the center with the radius vector. At the center with the radius vector, which we can call as the angular displacement theta. Now coming to the point is, here in this case arc length is nothing but a PQ, yes, radius is nothing but a R. So this is we can call as a angular displacement. Usually look at here arc length by radius, however radius also measured in length, therefore arc length also measured in length. So for this here there is no DMF because length will be cancelled. And coming to the point is, next one we can say that is about a units. See, you remember in general angles are measured in either in degree or in a radian. So that we can say radian is the unit for this theta, right? Suppose the particle is completed a 2 pi radians. I mean to say it is completed a 1 rotation. So the 1 rotation in the sense is we can say 2 pi it is, because for the circle it is a 360 is the angle. So that you say 1 radian is equal to, or 2 pi radians is equal to, we can we can say like this, it is nothing but we can say, suppose I want to say radian, that radian is equal to, you say it is actually 360 divided by, or you say 2 pi divided by, or it is a 2 pi because to completing the 1 rotation, so that you say 2 pi it is. So here 1 radian is equal to, which we can say like this, it is actually 180 by we can say pi, because it is a 2 pi is nothing but we can say it is a 180 by pi. So that it is roughly we can say 180 by 3.14 no. So that if you divide with, therefore that may be converted as 1 radian into degrees. So 180 by it is we can say like we'll get the answer will be, it is for 1 radian. Like it is the 1 radian is equal to. So now let us coming to the next one. In this it is about a angular displacement. Suppose the particle is completed a n rotations per second you say, so that we can say theta is equal to 2 pi capital N by T. That small n is nothing but a capital N by T, that is number of rotations per second. Number of rotations per second, so that theta is equal to 2 pi capital N by T. That capital N by T is nothing but a number of rotations per second we can call. So that is in a 1 second the particle is completed a 1 number of rotations. So small n is equal to capital N by T. Number of rotations per second is nothing but a, which we can call as the related to angular displacement. It is about angular displacement. Let us, I'll tell you next one after this. See, I want to tell you about a uniform circular motion and non-uniform circular motion. Before that, I'll tell you uniform motion in a straight line. Uniform motion in a straight line is nothing but the particle is covers equal displacements in equal interval of a time. The particle is covers equal displacements in equal interval of a time. That we can call as a uniform motion. Like in a uniform circular motion. Sir, what is mean by uniform circular motion? So uniform circular motion is nothing but the same. Just you replace a displacement, there you write a angular displacement. Uniform circular motion in the sense is the particle covers equal angular displacements in equal interval of a time. The particle which completes a equal angular displacements in equal interval of a time, which we can call as a uniform circular motion. Sir, what about non-uniform? Yes, in the same way, you look at it a non-uniform motion. A non-uniform motion, that is in a straight line I am telling, the particle covers equal displacements in an unequal interval of a time, or you say unequal displacements in equal interval of a time. That is non-uniform motion in a straight line. In case of a non-uniform circular motion, you say non-uniform circular motion in the sense is the particle covers unequal angular displacements in equal interval of a time, or else you want to say that covers a equal displacement. Which displacements? Angular displacements, equal angular displacements in equal unequal interval of a time, which we can call as the non-uniform circular motion, because we have two types of circular motions. One we can say uniform circular motion, and one more we can say non-uniform circular motion. Let us, this all under comes a uniform circular motion. Whatever we are discussing, angular displacement, like angular velocity, like angular acceleration, this all under comes a uniform circular motion only. Let us, coming to the point is, here I want to say another one, that is about a angular velocity, because we know linear velocity, like that only you say angular velocity, right? Here you say angular velocity is nothing but a omega. We know linear velocity. I'll tell you linear velocity definition also. V bar is equal to, we can say ds by dt, that is the rate of change of displacement, or simple we can also write a displacement by time, right? We can say like this, displacement by time. So that here angular velocity is nothing but a displacement by time. So that is omega is nothing but a, we can say now in terms of omega, that is in circular motion, omega is equal to, simple, you replace s with theta, because in case of a circular motion angular displacement will be theta. So that you write here d theta by dt. Yes, it is the rate of change of angular displacement. It is the rate of change of angular displacement. Very simple it is. You remember here, it is angular velocity is nothing but the rate of change of angular displacement, which we can call as the angular velocity. So that here it is we can also say theta by t. So that theta is equal to, we can write a omega into t also, right? Angular displacement and angular velocity. Let us again here also we should say unit and dimension. Units is already theta we know radian, right, per second, because time is measured in second, and dimensional formula which we can say, however theta there is no dimension but only we have t, so that it is, we can say t inverse. So that we can also call this angular velocity, we can also call as the angular frequency, because 1 by time period is nothing but a frequency, no? So that omega we can also say angular frequency, because here 1 by time period is there. Usually 1 by time period we can also call angular frequency. So it is about a omega. Now coming to the next one, here it is. See here I want to say some other relation related to this. If theta again you say, here it is given as 2 pi by n, so omega we can also say 2 pi n. It is a number of rotations per second. So omega is equal to 2 pi n by, or capital N by t, number of rotations made by the particle in a time t seconds, right? And coming to the point is, in this I want to tell you one thing. Here it is. You remember some other questions are there based on the angular velocity. That is suppose here you know I'll tell you one question for this angular velocity only, because in case of this angular situations, suppose everyone know about a Heinz clock. That mean here, see in our clock in a Heinz, so in that we have 3 pointers. One is we can say seconds pointer, one more we can say minutes pointer, one more we can say hours pointer. So now he is asking, find a angular velocity for a seconds hand, and second find the angular velocity for the minutes hand, and third find the angular velocity for hours hand. So that here let us, we have to find here 3 like it is. We can say first one, see in case of a circular motion angular velocity now we are finding, that is about a, for a I mean to say Heinz clock. You say there is a question like Heinz clock. Actually we have 3 pointers. One we can say seconds hand, and second one is we can say minutes hand, and third one we can say hours. So here let us find the angular velocity in these 3 cases. So we know angular velocity is nothing but we can say omega is equal to, it is 1 by time period, or it is a theta, we can say 2 pi by n. So from this we can also say here omega is equal to 2 pi by capital T. Suppose if a number of rotations that you take as a capital N is equal to 1, because if you go for the second sign, in that how many will be there seconds? 60 seconds to complete a one rotation. To complete a one rotation, it takes a time. For that seconds hind, I am telling seconds hind, for that seconds hind time will be 60 seconds, because in our Hind's clock, that's a pointer shows a for one rotation it takes a 60 seconds. So that we say omega is asking, no, omega is equal to 2 pi by 60, so that it is cancelled 30 times. So pi by 30 we can say it is a radians per second. Very simple problem, very simple problem. It is the first one. For which one? For second sign. You go for the next one, that is about a minutes hind. We say second one is a minutes hind. See, in general, how many minutes will be there in the Hind's clock? See, there will be 60 minutes. So you say 60 minutes, that is the time will be 60 into 60, because 60 minutes and it is takes a 60 seconds, no? So that you have to complete a one rotation, so that 3600 seconds it to complete a one rotation. Again you say n is equal to 1. In this case also again is asking omega, so that 2 pi by capital T, because n is equal, however we are taking a 1, no? So omega is equal to 2 pi by 3600. So 2 ones to 1800s, so that pi by, again it is a radians per second. Clear? For which one? It is for a minutes hand. Then you go for the next one, that is a third one, you say hours hand. So for hours, sir, in our Hind's clock, how many hours are there? Only 12 hours. That watch shows only 12 hours. 1 to 12 only will be there in our Hind's clock. I am not saying about a 24 hours clock. I am saying about a Hind's clock, no. So that in that Hind's clock we have only 12 hours, no. Then time period will be 24 into, right here 3600, because time will be like this. So again is asking omega for the completion of one rotation, so that omega is equal to 2 pi by capital T, then it is 2 pi by 3, it's 60, I mean you say 24 into 3600, so roughly it is 12, no? So that pi by 12 into 3600, it is radians per second. Like this we'll get the our hours hand. Clear? And here coming to the next one, you go for the next one. Suppose spin of the earth, that is the fourth one, spin of earth. See, generally earth to be complete, see, for one rotation about its axis, about its own axis, to complete a one rotation it takes a time is 24 hours, right? It is about a sun, it takes a 364 days. It's not I am asking about a sun, about its own axis. Earth is to complete, say, for one rotation it takes a time is 24 hours about its own axis. So that you say for that I'm sorry to say, here it is we can taken as a 12, no, very sorry, extremely sorry, because it is 12 hours, no. So it is maybe 6 times you take like this, right? And coming to the next one, spin of earth is time period will be 24 hours, because to complete a one rotation about its own axis will be 24 hours. So that you say for one rotation takes a number of rotation, then omega is equal to again 2 pi by capital T. The 24 will be, you say 24 into 3600. So it may be get 12 like this. So it is pi by 12 into 3600 radians per second. So this is will be related to angular velocity, how to find the angular velocity in case of a circular motion. Clear? In case of a circular motion. So because this circular motion also very, very important. So because in the further system of particles, again we have on this basis some problems related to circular motion. So this is about an angular velocity. Clear? Now coming to the next one, we should know about a acceleration. This is related to pure related angular velocity and angular velocity problem. Let us, I want to tell you another one, that is about a angular acceleration. So let us, sir, what is mean by angular acceleration? See, already we know linear acceleration, that is the acceleration in the sense is it is a rate of change of velocity. Fine. So now let us, you take in this case angular, no? So here you write in terms of angles. So now angular acceleration, right? That you say alpha. Simple. Linear acceleration is nothing but it is dv by dt, or which we can also say v by t, like this. Right? Here you write here, in case of a angular acceleration alpha, you replace this with omega, because in this case we can say d omega, like this, right? This is about the rate of change of angular velocity. Here the rate of change of linear velocity. With respect to time, the velocity of the particle is changes. And whereas angular acceleration is nothing but with respect to time, the angular velocity changes. The angular velocity changes, which we can call as the angular acceleration here. So here also you write your units, that is we can say radians per second square. Here your dimensional formula DMF, that is t power minus 2, or you say t square it is, or t power minus 2, very simple. Right? Coming to the, in this angular acceleration, I'll tell you other also, because we know alpha is equal to omega 2 minus omega 1 by t. Because d omega is nothing but a change in angular velocity. No? Here you write d omega is equal to final minus initial, and dt you take as a t. So from here alpha t is equal to omega 2 minus omega 1. So omega 2 is equal to omega 1 plus alpha t. It is a similar to equation of motion in case of a linear case, that I'll write a similar equation. V is equal to u plus at. Look at, V is the final, here is the omega 2 is the final, u is the initial, here omega 1 is the initial angular velocity, alpha is the acceleration, and a is the linear acceleration, however time. So it is a similar expression in case of a angular quantities. So that alpha is the angular acceleration, it is alpha is the angular acceleration, therefore which we can take like this. Like that I'll tell you similar quantities here, linear and angular quantities. I want to say about a linear and angular quantities. Suppose you write a first equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at. Yes, you replace here with velocities in angulars, so that omega 2 is equal to omega 1 plus alpha t. Of course it is already proved, it is. And you go with a second one, that is s is equal to ut plus half at square. So in simple it is, in case of an angle, you write here a displacement is theta, u is the initial, that is angular velocity, time plus half a is replaced with alpha into t square. And coming to the third one, you say v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Yes, you also replace here. Simple way you can replace here with, it is we can say like you replace with omega 2 square minus omega 1 square 2 alpha theta. So this is in case of a equations of motion. In equations of motion, this is the comparison between linear and angular quantities, because angular quantities are there, angular displacement, angular velocity, like that it is there, no? So this is about related to some equation of motions, right? And we'll see in the next class the continuation circular motion, some other comparisons also there. I'll tell you in the next class, and thank you. We'll see in the next class. Thank you very much.